Hey, what's up, guys? This is me, your main man, DJ No Buns. Nah, they call me Magic J. And I'm here to introduce my friend and colleague and longtime mentor, Francis White Magic Mandrala. That's his name right there. That's the man's. And yeah, this is our show where we do impressions. Where we give impressions about stuff. It could be anything. Movies, video games, TV shows, books, not likely, but books, and technology, whatever, man. We just give impressions about stuff. And this is our episode. It's number 16. What are we going to talk about today, Francis? I introduced you while you were away, don't worry.
Oh, you did the whole, what's up, everybody?
Yep.
Oh, what did you say?
I don't remember, in all honesty. I was like, hey, what's up? Where, it's me. I think I called myself Magic J.
That is, how do you keep coming up with
I
these
don't know. I
unique...
might have called myself Magic J.
You know that's new. That's like
And
your sixth different
I
one.
think I called you White Magic. I think I called you Francis White Magic Montreal.
But you don't say your name. You're just Magic J.
Yeah, I did say that.
Okay.
I didn't actually give him my name.
Yeah.
Jordan. But you can call me Magic J.
Or Snack Daddy. That was the original official, but now...
Yeah, and I introduced both of us.
Oh, okay.
And I told them we do impressions on this channel.
Oh, yeah, and you said anything from movies, TV shows, video
and
games.
that's pretty much where you caught me, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I think you even said novels, but that's very unlikely.
I said books.
Books, okay.
But it is highly unlikely we do either books or novels. Or poems. Literary works.
That's a good one. Yes, that.
Literary works.
Hello guys. This is our 16th impression.
I already told him that, but go right ahead. Go right ahead, Francis.
Today we're going to discuss a film that we're very late on, but we thought was very necessary.
It's necessary. And I'm dying, but give me a second. It's some good H2O.
And what is today's film?
Today's film is a movie.
It could be considered a drama.
It's a remake.
A remake of a remake of a remake of a remake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good movie.
I would say this is a re-envisioning, though, because it's very different and unique compared
I've
to...
never seen the original.
Well, there's like 4 other films like this.
I've never seen any of.
I haven't either. But from articles, this is the first in this music genre, which is different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you guess what movie it is?
It's very big, long legs. Musical.
Long legs.
But real quick, would you count this as a music?
Nope.
No, it's a film with music.
Yes.
Okay. Because when I think of musical, I
You
think...
could even say a film about music, but you cannot call it a musical.
Because a lot of people are saying this is a musical, they are incorrect. When you think of a musical, that's La La Land. That's a Disney animated film. I classify a musical as a film where a person would normally talk in that instance, but instead they're singing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a person who's doing something normal but burst into a song.
Correct, yeah. This is...
No, they sing when
They're
sing.
supposed to.
Yeah, you wouldn't call Get Rich or Die Trying a musical.
No. Or like a rap musical. No, it's just a film about rap, yeah.
You wouldn't call Bohemian Rhapsody. That's not really a musical.
No, it's not.
It's a biopic.
A biopic.
Biopic,
yeah.
But it's not a musical. So, yeah.
Okay, the film we're talking about is A Star Is Born.
What?
Wait, did I get this wrong? You thought it was a different film?
No, come on. No.
No, I was joking with you. I was going along with it. Okay, this is the film, if you guys don't know. It is the drama with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Good movie.
Right now, just so
Great
you guys have a background where it is critically, it has 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, 90% of critics approve. And this is the crazy part. 88 on Metacritic. That is the average score.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
And me and Jordan, I believe, we highly agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, this is where we would normally do blah, 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 give our overall impressions, and then go into the story. But today, because this film just hit us, I just wanted to...
Just watched it the other day, that's why. Oh, here go my ear itch, sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want us to go along with the flow, because this is a film I believe is a must-see in theaters for the musical experiences alone.
Or at least watch it in 4K when you get home.
Yes.
with good sound. Make sure you got like surround sound.
65-inch TV bare minimum.
Make sure you got all the works to enjoy this masterpiece.
So that's where you're going. You think this is a masterpiece?
I think it's very good. I don't agree with the ending. Well, agree is a strong word. I don't like the ending, but it's still a great movie. What's up?
Keep going.
Are you sure you're busy? Okay. Anyways, this movie, if you don't know what it's about a country/rock singer.
Yeah, you can't put him into one
He's
or
in
the
the
other.
middle.
Yeah.
Country/rock singer who discovers and falls in love with this female artist who's obviously she's
Up and comer. Or a struggling.
struggling artist. There you go. And he falls in love with her. And basically from there you can kind of guess what happens. Shit gets wild. Shit gets crazy. It gets interesting. Some good music happens.
The story is very you could say if you've seen once you've seen this film from a story perspective, it's not that different.
No, it's a pretty simple story in all honesty.
But it's the way it's captured, the performances that take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And the ending is still a surprise.
Mm-hmm. You know what gets me? First of all, let's just say, spoiler alert. Believe it or not, we about to spoil some shit on this.
Okay, real quick. How do you feel about the film? Do you recommend it?
Absolutely, 100%. Loved it. Recommend it, 100%.
What Jordan said, this is, for me, the embodiment of a must-see film. Even if you're not into, because I'm not into musicals or film with music.
I actually am. My thing is, I typically like movies, TV shows that are, like, their specific, what am I thinking of? Like, their main subject is, like, a certain artist or a certain,
So the showbiz.
yeah, but not only that though too. I was about to say like I don't like sports. You know, I really don't watch sports at all. But I like watching like documentaries about sports. Like I don't know
So
what
the
it is.
history and the
Yeah, like as long as it's not on a broader spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just a movie about this artist, this athlete, this sport, even.
so specific. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't like when you generalize it. Like I wouldn't watch like a documentary about about the history of basketball.
But you would watch it if it was like, let's say, Michael Jordan or
Yeah, or if it was just simplified into like greatest moments in basketball's history. Because those are significant events. You know what I'm saying? But
It
I
has
don't
to have
like,
a focus.
Yes, a focus. There you go. It has to have a focus of it. So like I like movies like that. And
Okay.
usually, obviously, like a music, like music movies and stuff like that is a broad spectrum music, but it focuses on this particular artist.
Oh, okay. So I agree with that. I guess my disconnect is I never like musicals. I don't find it realistic. And if the songs aren't spot on perfect, for me, it gets annoying.
Well, here's my thing, right? I remember I said I like movies about music. I don't like musicals.
Okay.
I almost explicitly, I don't like musicals almost at all.
Okay.
Like I can't think of one that I actually do like.
You're going.
I never watched La La Land.
Bro. After
I'm probably not. I just don't like musicals. That's why I don't even want to give it a chance, bro.
I don't like musicals either.
But you watched it. You gave it a chance.
I gave it a
I'm not
chance
willing.
because of the critics. I gave this film a chance. You know me. I hate country, bro.
You do.
And I'm
Country's my shit.
like, fuck it. By the way, can we say Lady Gaga? What genre can she not sing to?
He's amazing.
Freaking pop, R&B. Well, not R&B, but more so soul.
Yeah.
Country. She even does blues. She did a album with Tony Bennett. It's like, she is. We'll get to that later. But how did we get to this?
You cut me off when I said spoilers. I didn't know where you were going with it.
Oh, because you recommend. I said I highly recommend,
yeah.
and I'm not even into musicals
Okay, yeah.
or films
That's
about
what I got
music.
there. Can I spoil some shit for him now?
Yeah. From here on out, we're going to talk about it. This isn't going to be typical like how we go in order. We're just going to talk about what is fresh and comes to our mind.
Okay.
So go ahead.
What comes to my mind, right?
Yeah.
Is okay as a character, right? So my man Bradley Cooper, who was Jackson Maine, that's his name in the show in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at certain times, I fucking hated him, right? Like, he's an asshole, right? At certain times, he's an asshole. But it's because 90% of the time, he's drunk.
I'm trying to, because my thing is, I thought he was more so an asshole when he wasn't drunk.
Also true.
Because when he was,
when he was, times he's like straight up asshole.
yeah, but I thought when he was drunk, that's when he showed his sweeter side. Because you know the whole saying,
Yeah,
when
he
you're
kinda
drunk,
was,
you
yeah.
show your true side.
Yeah.
And when he first met her, he was wasted. For the average person, he was wasted.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
You know?
Yeah.
And the first part of the film, he was always drinking, but he was so nice and caring towards her. So I thought that was one way to show that this is him being his true self, and she brings that out of him even when he's drunk. But I agree. Continue.
Well, I see what you're saying, right? My thing is though, like sometimes he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
It's like God, or he just like you're like God damn it, why'd you do that? You know what I'm saying? And then there are some times where you're just like, he says all the right things. You know what I'm saying?
He says all the correct things, the true things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But is it right in that moment?
No, but still, nonetheless, he says things that you're just like, he's a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you feel it. You're like, this dude's a good person. And then he'll like
He's real.
Yeah, he's real. And the very next scene, you're like, what the fuck? What's up with this guy? Like and that's why I think I like him so much though.
Yeah, it's until that very end, it's a very back and forth of he does something good or like there's a moment where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I love this man. And then the very next, his human side comes out and is like, yo,
Yeah.
he does have a past.
I just want to say Bradley Cooper played him very well. Like in my head, it wasn't Bradley Cooper. My man was Jackson Maine.
I'm so glad you said that. If I did not know what Bradley Cooper looked like, right? Let's say for some reason he got his face, a different face for this film. I would have never been able to tell this is Bradley Cooper. The mannerisms.
The mannerisms. And not only that, like if you stare at him, obviously he looks like Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
But like there are times where you just don't really recognize
You get
him.
lost in the character.
Yeah. And especially with Lady Gaga. Because I'm so used to Lady Gaga wearing all the makeup, everything, you know what I'm saying? So when you see her without makeup, it's like almost a whole nother person.
No, I wanted to tell you this too. I also wanted. Did she take this role? Because you notice as we're gonna get into when she became the pop artist in this film. That's Lady Gaga that the masses know. All we've ever known is the blonde hair. She dresses up in these wild outfits. It's a different side.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, I think she looks better without makeup, bro.
I agree with
I
you.
think she is a beautiful woman.
Well, I think she still looks amazing without makeup. Because makeup is one of those things where it's like, oh, you look better without makeup, but it's like makeup's whole design is to make you look better. So that if you look worse with makeup, it's just because you didn't put it on right.
I prefer her look
No, I understand
without
what you're
makeup.
saying. Yeah, that's why I said I agree with what you're saying because
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But like I said, makeup's one of those things where obviously if you have it on, its purpose is to make you look
Yeah,
better.
9 out of
It's
10 women do look better with makeup.
because that's its purpose. Otherwise, you wouldn't wear it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Unless you want to look stupid, which is your choice, really. But she like for someone who always wears makeup, you wouldn't expect her to look that beautiful without it.
I know,
You would
because
assume she wears makeup all the time because she doesn't look good.
or like a lot of women, the makeup is slowly taking its wear and tear on the face.
True, and she's still beautiful with or without makeup, hands down.
Which, by the way, I never knew she was a natural brunette. That's
Me neither. I always thought she was blonde. I swear to God, if you could have not told me her name was Lady Gaga, and the only connection I would have finally made is when she started singing. I could have realized, yo, I know that voice from somewhere, and it would have clicked eventually.
I'm so glad you said that. If her name, like if they put her real name, like if the film wasn't promoted as Lady Gaga, but they used her real name, I would have thought this was an up and coming actress until she started
Never would have
singing.
known.
Yeah.
Good movie though.
By the way, Lady Gaga plays Allie. They never gave her
I don't
last
think they
name,
gave her a last name,
but we know her name is
they do
Maine.
eventually get married, so
Yeah.
her last name was Maine at some point.
Yeah.
You know who else is in this movie? My man's. Remember we talked about it. Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle is in it. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, bro, why are you looking at me? Did I fuck up his name?
I forgot for a second. He is in it for short, a couple scenes, but it's good. It's good.
Before we get to the positives or the better parts of the film, I just want to get this one negative.
I know what you're about to say, Brett. Say it.
The only thing, this was 100% on purpose. The only thing I disliked about this film is that fucking manager.
I knew he was gonna say it.
I just need to get this, bro. From the first instance, I just didn't like his look. I don't know why. Pretty boy, like I don't know why.
Not even that pretty. He's one of those. He's one of those pretty boys who are not that pretty. You know what I'm saying?
But he acts like it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, exactly. It's like somehow he came to the conclusion he was a pretty boy, so he started acting like one.
Yeah.
And for some reason, people are treating him like one.
So I had a bad vibe from the get-go. And then the moment you start to see the transformation of Allie, that's when I'm like, okay, I think my gut was correct with this. Mm-hmm. And every time he's in the film,
he fucks it up. Well, he makes himself look like the exact person you thought he was.
Yes. And let's be fair here. He is technically doing his job to an excellent degree. He's getting Allie.
He knows how to work his job.
He's getting Allie everything your average woman who would want. And in this film, for the most part, Allie did want all of this. She never defied the manager and in many cases went against Jackson in order to get what she wanted. But man, it's just everything he does turns Allie into something that she initially said she did not want to be and is simultaneously making Jackson to some degree dislike or challenge his love for Allie. Mm-hmm. And then as we all know, the ending with his character, he has a moment and makes a statement that will change Jackson's life forever. But I just want to get that off my chest because, man, bro, he's like one of those... Well, what's the word? Not a snake, but something that is slowly eating a person alive.
A virus, bacteria,
whatever. It's just
piece of shit.
He's the villain, in my opinion. He's the villain of the film.
My thing. Well, that's the thing too. Is like every single time you see him, he does nothing good.
And he even lies.
Yeah,
like Jackson was being a man saying,
thanks for taking care of Allie. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was before this.
The first one was the hair. He was like, who picked the hair?
Oh, she did. She wanted it.
And if you watch, we don't know who picked the hair, but we all know it was
shit. We all know they wanted her to change it.
Yeah, because he said platinum originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's like that's the little details. You're a liar, which turns up to be a scumbag. And as Jordan is about to point out, the second part.
Second part is eventually Bradley Cooper he's an alcoholic. He's a mean drunk.
Yeah.
So he ends up going to rehab. And he comes out and he's like, thanks for taking care of Allie, while I was in rehab. And, it means a lot. And I respect him, the manager, for telling it how it was. He's like, I've been cleaning up your mess. But at the same time, it wasn't, he didn't even really tell it how it was. He could have just said, like, this has been a tough time for us, after everything you did. But he's like, he put all the blame on Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing, too, he didn't tell the full truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you don't tell the full truth, that's still a lie, in my opinion. And you remember, he could have easily said that Allie decided to change her direction of her career.
Yeah, but he didn't.
No. He put...
the way he said it, he put everything on Jackson. Like her career is on the line because of you. You almost fucked up her whole career.
And then he brought up the European thing.
Yeah, like he's like the tour
is in jeopardy.
Yeah, she's canceling it for you. Like it's all on him. And I don't like that.
Did he specifically? I just know he said the tour is in jeopardy because...
Well, he said something along the lines of like as long as
you're in the picture.
As long as you're in the picture, she'll never be who she needs to be or wants to be or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so basically he's saying like, he's like I said, he's putting everything on him.
He's the roadblock.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you're stopping your wife, the love of your life, from being the person who she wants to be. And it's like I said, first of all, it wasn't any of his business to say that. Who are you? You're fucking my wife's manager? If it was me, I would be like, yo, fuck you. How about that?
By the way, if he just said the first part of his speech, I would have respected it. But it's the second part. It's when he gets personal.
Yeah. And it's like, who are you, bruh?
And by the way, let's be real. He's an excellent manager. He's not the GOAT. Because if he was the GOAT, he would have noticed that Allie is at her best performing when Jackson is around. And vice versa. But obviously, Jackson's career is over at this point.
Okay, first of all, let's just point this out. My man went to rehab because at the Grammys or whatever,
Yeah, the Grammys.
he ended up coming on stage pissed drunk and he pissed himself, right? So he went to rehab. But let's get this out the way, right? I blame everyone else. I blame him for getting drunk. I blame everyone else for letting it happen. And not letting him get drunk, letting him get up on that stage. Everyone knew my man was gone. He was slurring, couldn't walk, couldn't stand, couldn't do nothing. And she basically carried him on stage.
Well, can we do the build-up? When he goes, because by the way, he was supposed to perform live
He was supposed to perform live.
at the Grammys, but then
Last minute, last second, they changed it.
and they hinted that he's had a couple bad performances leading up, so that's probably why they changed it.
But they changed it for, first of all, what was it? What do they call those people?
They were up and comers. They were nobodies.
Yeah, but he wasn't even singing an original song. What do they call those people?
What the fuck?
It was someone. He was singing a Sinatra song, by the way.
It wasn't a remix, but it's like a cover.
Yeah, he was covering a Sinatra song, and it's like, what kind of Grammys puts like a cover of? If you're doing a tribute, I could understand it.
Yo, no, that's an excellent point. The Grammys always plays original music.
Yeah, because it's the Grammys. You're like, you want to showcase your the best in music and stuff. Why are you doing a cover from a song from way back then?
Yeah.
So why the fuck would so? Anyways, they take him out for this cover of Sinatra guy, which he still ends up. He's like, I'll play the guitar at least, right? And is that when he gets drunk, or is it still a little bit later?
No. They hinted at some point after he left the house and before he gets on stage, he got pissed fucking drunk.
Oh, it was somewhere in between.
Yeah, they never showed it because you remember when all they show is him leaving, and then they show him getting on with the guitar, and then he's gone. And then he drops the pick, and then that's when I remember you specifically saying, "Oh, he's fucked."
Yeah, and he did the whole song on the guitar. It was fine
with his tongue out though. He
was gone. You could tell he was gone. Allie knew he was gone.
The manager knew.
Yeah, she's like, oh, and then he comes. He sits down next to Allie. They fucking introduce the up and coming artist, new artist of the year, whatever.
Yeah,
she won. Hey, let's bring this piss drunk guy on stage. All right, why would you do that? She's carrying him to the fucking stage.
And he said he had to pee before.
Yeah, he's like I had to pee, and no one. He's like no one showed me the bathroom. All right, like if you're pissed drunk, I'm not bringing you up on stage with me, bruh. It's not happening. I don't care who you are, because you're pissed drunk.
And can we say this, though? The first person she thanks is her manager? Yeah. The manager who didn't give a fuck about her until after she got done touring.
Well, here's my thing, right? In a speech, right? The person who you're most thankful for is either in the beginning or the end of your speech. He was in the end, so I was like, I can't argue. Because
I don't think she would have thanked him if he wasn't like saying some shit, bro.
Yeah. Because you can always finish off with, and most of all, I want to thank you. Know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, the most important is either the beginning or the end. But I feel like the reason she didn't introduce him in the beginning is because if she would have, she'd be like, I want to thank my husband, and everyone would have shifted their attention to the husband who. I mean, the attention was already on him.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So she didn't want to like put the attention on the husband who was fucking gone. Like
that whole scene.
I'm amazed. Not even like security stopped him. Like that's the thing that gets me is like, why wouldn't anyone stop him? Because visibly, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Like, and not just drunk, but gone. Like he was done 10 drinks ago, gone. So like any normal person, even if I wasn't a security, I would have been like, you sure it's okay for him to get up there? Like.
But I also need to remember a lot of the people there are the elites, and we know how elites act.
Yeah, but still, that's like, and especially like I said, bro, for Grammys, bro, Grammy should have security, and for a Grammy, you should know straight up, like if somebody's that drunk, do not let him get on stage. Don't let him get on stage. But
that's a great point.
Like
I guess that's one minor plot beat that you could say is
because that's what I'm saying. Like, because like I said, you have a reputation to protect. Otherwise, people be like, I can't believe the Grammys let that dude get on stage. Because they did. They saw him. Why wouldn't they see him? He was on stage. Everyone saw him. But
then again, the Oscar. I know it's two different things, but the Oscars fucked up the Best Picture 2 years ago.
True that.
And you thought,
True that.
That would never happen. So.
True that. But I don't know. But that's one of my big, and it's not even a fault with the movie. It's like the fault with the characters.
But
Why would you like I said, why would, like, if I had a significant other who was pissed drunk, we're not going anywhere. If she got pissed drunk, we're going home. We're not going anywhere else.
to go off of that though, I think that's also the embodiment of the peak of Allie caring only about herself, or she is the most important person.
Kind of gave it like a hard reality check, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see what you're talking about.
You know, like, cause don't forget, this is at her peak. She has all these number
She
ones.
just won the Grammys.
Yeah, and she's getting all this word from her manager. So she's getting, everybody is telling her she's the greatest and she's the only one that counts. And I think that was the peak of her looking at Jackson more as a nuisance than a husband.
I guess I kind of understand what you're
And
saying.
you remember how right after that, or was the argument before? There was
With bathtub?
where she said boyfriend.
That was before.
Okay.
That was before.
So
that's why I believe he got also one of the reasons he got pissed drunk for the concert or for the Grammys.
yeah.
It was before that, yeah.
And don't forget, everything leading up to this, she's spending less and less time with him. Because, yeah, you are right. Because you remember he tried to apologize after.
Yeah.
And he said, can I watch? And she said, no, go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm not drinking. And then he got drunk again. Because my thing is, too, is like, there's a lot of mistakes that Allie made, but when it comes to like the music, her music choices and everything like that. But as an up and coming artist, I kind of understand you getting caught in all that pressure. But for me, it kind of blows my mind how you had this artist who was next to you. Who, I mean, don't get me wrong, he wasn't the best example. He was drunk all the time, but he knew how the system works. Like right from the beginning, he's like,
The first single.
yeah, like even before that,
Oh,
though,
okay,
like
go on.
you can tell when he first meets her, he wants to see the real her. Remember, he's like, can I take off your makeup? Remember, like he doesn't like.
No, I agree. Mm-hmm. I would say he's unique in that part.
Yeah.
Because just look at real life. Because this is technically based in a fictional world.
Yeah.
Think about how many artists, they're trying to go with the trend. And they're
Oh
not
no, yeah,
trying
I
to.
agree. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. That's
So
what I'm saying.
he is unique.
That's what I'm saying from the
Oh,
beginning. Like
yes.
he's
different.
He wasn't about like that. Yeah, he wasn't about the makeup, the hair, the theatrics. He wasn't about that. He was about
The artistry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he loved it. And as she grew into Allie, it kind of like, you remember what he said though? He was like, I can't remember. He was like, he called her ugly, right? Didn't he call her ugly?
The bathroom scene.
He's like, you're fucking ugly. But he tells her straight up, he's like, I love you.
But-
He's like, I love you more than anything in the world, but right now you're ugly.
And I also don't think he wasn't talking about physically.
No, he was talking about her persona.
Yeah.
He's like, the person you're playing, because it's not the real you, is ugly.
Because you remember, this is the first time before that scene, he stopped drinking for the first time.
That's what I'm about to say too. Yeah, and he stopped drinking, and
then she slowly kept going towards the pop star persona.
Yeah,
and then it was the Saturday Night Light gig where she did the single
the SNL.
with the booty shaking,
yeah,
whatever.
He got drunk again because
and that's when he started drinking again.
Yeah.
And then he got really drunk, and that's led to the bathroom scene. And he was like, "Booty shaking?"
Yeah, he's like, "What is?" He's like, I don't understand it." And it's like, and like I said, I understand where he's coming from because he's always, like he said, remember he's like, you sing because you have something to say.
Yeah.
I think he's like, you sing because you have something to say and you're the only one who can say it or something like that.
And fuck, it was on my phone.
Yeah, and he's like, what are you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to tell them or something like that? And I understand, like he's a great artist, but it's just like certain parts were just like. It's like, damn, Allie, you like, and like I said, it's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? People got to make their own decisions. They got to live with it. But it's like, there are certain things she could have done where you're just like, damn, you really fucked up. Like that was a bad choice. I mean, obviously seeing it from a third person perspective, you can see that, but it's just like, damn. But there are certain points where Bradley Cooper's character was just like, damn, bro, you could have done that better, man. Like.
Okay, so to go off of Jordan's point, so as her star is rising, he is in his first sober stage that we've seen in the film. Mm-hmm. And as she's getting ready right before Saturday Night Live, this is when I believe she first changed her hair color. Mm-hmm. They go out to the balcony. And the first thing he says, if you don't dig deep in your fucking soul, you won't have legs.
He does say that.
And I believe he said that because that's when he started to notice the change in her personality.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep, it
Yes.
was right before then. He's like, yeah, it was right before the SNL thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And that quote stuck out to me because this entire film is showing a once great and proud country rock singer who knows that if you start selling out either for money or for fame,
You're not gonna be yourself,
yes, and you're going to turn out you're going to start looking for things that
and you won't last.
Yeah.
It's same in today's rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many one-hit wonders are there now? In all honesty, there's a ton of them because people get famous for one thing because they do it either stupidly or crazily or whatever, and
well,
a couple of years later, you don't even know like whatever happened to that person. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. I don't know.
yeah, when nowadays it's more so like in the public one hit wonder because of streaming.
It's not even it's not even music anymore. Really, it's public.
Yeah, because you remember before, like the whole streaming age and social media, somebody would put out a single and it blows up, and then you never hear about the music again.
Yeah.
Now it's more so like a personality one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
type
like
of
fucking the one girl, Cash Me Outside girl.
Bad Barbie. She's still
That's her
hot,
name?
bro.
Yeah, but she's
Or
still
Bad
fucking-
Baby. Bad Baby.
I don't know her fucking name.
Danielle, whatever.
But yeah, she's famous. She's a huge personality, but like, she got famous for one line, "Cash Me Outside."
She might be bigger than ever though. Okay, getting off point.
I know she came out with an album.
Yeah. Pretty
That shit's funny.
something.
She's young too. Is she like 16, 17?
She's still 15, bro.
15? She looked like she's like 16. Oh, she looks like she's probably like 17 or 18.
Bro, with her features, she could come off.
I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean in a sexual way. She has huge breast. That's why I would consider her to be old.
She had a huge breast when she was 14. It's like, what the
I honestly,
It makes you feel like
from what I only remember seeing her in the episode of the.
she was
Dr.
13
Phil.
in the episode, so.
Damn, yeah, it says yeah, it's huge. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it's not in a sexual way. It's just how it is. But she's super famous for being ignorant as hell. I mean, trust me. If I could be super famous for being ignorant as hell, I'll take it. Because I mean,
well, let's say like
I'll take
for being
money.
yourself, because I think she's being
That's
herself.
actually very true. She is just being her. But I wish I could make that kind of money to say in one line. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll sell myself out, but that's just because I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Fame, fortune, I'll take them. You want me to have integrity and honor? Fuck that. Integrity and honor won't get you nowhere. That's not true. They'll get you somewhere, but money will get you there quicker. Just how it is. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Was that too much?
Where did we last? Because I don't know where we
We were telling about her selling out, bruh.
Yeah. Which
Is disrespectful, even though I was just talking about it.
okay.
Depends what you sell out for, right?
Okay, one thing I want to say this. I listened to the full soundtrack. When you listen to
most of the soundtrack.
to the pop songs fully,
No.
it does
I refuse.
give a new meaning because the film makes it feel like she completely sold out, where the lyrics, the actual lyrics, not the chorus, is still talking about her daily life. I still agree with Jackson though that the way she's delivering the music is selling out, and it's not true to herself, you know.
That's the thing too. Is like,
Because look at Adele, bro. She is who she is. Look at Lord. She is who she
my
is.
thing is though too is like, I can even understand if you're this type of artist and you do a song that's completely out of your
or like
spectrum.
once every album, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can have a couple songs even, but when you see how somebody started and where they're at, it kind of like, if you don't see any transition, you know what I'm saying? Like from her, she went straight up from like doing this.
It wasn't
soulful
evolving.
country rock. Yeah, she didn't evolve. She changed into this, and it wasn't good. It's kind of like and I don't want to like say it like this, but you kind of like how Miley Cyrus was. Like Miley Cyrus went from this country to pop to like extreme though. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, because Hannah Montana was always kind of pop.
Well,
right?
let's look at it like this. I know the best way to describe it. If you look at all her albums, they more so can go into a genre of evolution.
Okay.
But that one album you're talking about is an outlier, and it doesn't make any
it's
sense.
Like, it came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's what throws you off. Is like, well, something happened. Obviously, either this person is not. Either something happened to this person drastically for them to change, or they're just putting on a show.
Yeah, and it was the latter because her very next album was a country album.
Mm-hmm. And I don't get me wrong, I like Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
really like her music that much, but as a person, I don't think she's that bad of a person.
No.
And I used to
Miley
to love,
Cyrus.
Yeah, I used to love Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus. I swear to God, I used to watch Hannah Montana all the time. Her brother was my favorite.
I said Miley
His name
Cyrus.
was also Jackson. See, I remember that shit. But
oh, that's weird. Yeah.
she's got like a sister too, right? Famous sister, Noah. Is
Yeah.
that right?
Oh,
Noah Cyrus, is that
yo,
right?
I think she looks better too.
I don't know what she looks like.
Bro, the best way to
She's got a good voice. I just don't know what she looks like.
dude, she looks like the gothic version of her.
I'll go check it out. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, it's just like that change in
Ali.
that sudden change in Allie is like you know
throws-
something's up. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't feel real because this entire film we got the natural, authentic Ali, and then the way that this is
God, she does look like Miley Cyrus.
yeah,
Holy
just
shit.
gothic, right? Or like a darker tone.
Yeah, she's 18 years old. Okay, you could say whatever you want about her. Yeah, you're right. It's like Miley Cyrus with a little bit more weight on her. Not a lot, obviously.
No, but like thickness
yeah,
though.
she's like got some chubbiness to her, and I like it. But with like gothic kind of.
Yo, I prefer
With
it,
the
bro.
dark tone, that's
She's
the best
rocking
way.
it.
Kill it, girl. Do what you got to do.
Okay, before we get, I just want to point this out. This entire film is always from two perspectives, either Jackson or Allie. Not one single shot has neither of them.
Yes, and I just want to point out the person Sam Elliott plays Jackson's older brother.
Yes.
Because I mentioned him earlier, but I never said what part of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know he was in the movie till I watched the movie.
And
But
you didn't
in
even
the-
know it was
yeah,
his brother until like one third in.
In the trailer, you saw Dave Chappelle. So when you said Dave Chappelle, I was like, yeah, you probably saw the trailer, but I'll just throw that. Sam Elliott is his brother in the movie, so.
Which was a great ad.
It was.
Yeah.
I realized it like probably about 2 minutes before he went to go punch him. You know? Don't do that to me, Francis. 2 minutes before he went to go punch him.
No, the first time I saw it,
because
that's
it's
when
like-
I realized.
Because I remember him saying his dad was older, way older.
Which, by the way, that whole story, when you think about the age gap, is so.
Yeah, that's really weird. But so and then he said
63,
he had an
18.
older brother, so I'm like, his older brother could be really old,
Yeah.
which he was.
Like they made the joke that it looks like his father.
Yeah, he was like, we go around all the time. It's like, I'm your father. You know what got me though too?
What?
When he got out of rehab and he was in the car with his brother, and it was like, it wasn't dad I idolized, it was you. And I was like, oh, my heart, bruh.
Bro, okay, I just want to save that entire stuff for the end. Is there anything else you want to talk about before that? Like the music? Do you want to talk about the?
What's your favorite song?
Oh,
There's like, there's my top three.
Okay,
I
give me
just
it.
wouldn't be able to tell you which one's my favorite.
I can't tell you my favorite. Give me your top three.
Top three is, of course, Shallow. So that's one. I'll Never Love Again.
That's the very last one.
Ah.
That's the one he wrote with
Yeah,
the piano.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
No, definitely.
And the song he sings,
In the beginning.
yes, that I can't remember.
No, I was going to say the beginning because that sets up the whole mood.
And is it the song we're both thinking of though, where he sings first singing the oh my god, the cross-dressing bar? Or you sing just talk about the first song he sings on stage?
I completely forgot the cross. Okay, no,
Because I'm talking about the cross-dressing bar.
Okay, I was talking about the very beginning.
Also a very good song.
So
but
that would be
not my
fourth.
top three. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember it, and it's like, what the fuck is it called? And I just can't think of it right now.
Okay, well, if you guys saw the film,
I
it's
gotta look it up. It's bothering me.
okay. No, that's a beautiful song.
And it's gonna upset me once I see it, because I should fucking know it by now. Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time to let the old
Old
ways
ways
die.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I like that song.
And
That's
bu-
probably like my number three. So Shallow and the other song that I was.
I think I prefer Shallow, but I think the very last song is the best because of the meaning.
That's such a good song, bro. Dude, that shit gets you, bro.
And by the way, if
like,
you listen to the full soundtrack, there's two versions.
Yeah,
there's the movie
film
version
and
then
one. Uh-huh.
it's like
You could listen to both of them. Listen to both of them.
yo. By the way, since we're talking about singing, every single song you see in this film is sung live. No lip singing, none of that. So what you hear Bradley Cooper singing, that is Bradley Cooper. And I just want to say these two things. This film just personified Lady Gaga as an artist. She must be top 5 vocals in this entire planet that we know of, that I know of. And Bradley Cooper is winning at life. He can direct, he can act, and he could sing, and he proves it all in one film.
Good dude. I always said it. Ever since Hangover, I said Bradley Cooper's a good actor.
Bro, yeah. Well, yeah. I noticed him ever since The Wedding Crashers. That's when
He is in The Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
Yeah.
I never really noticed that. But like after I saw Hangover, I was like, this dude, he can act.
Well, the film that got me like on the Bradley Cooper train was Limitless. When I saw that, I'm like, yo,
You're right. That was a good movie.
He's top 10.
You know what's funny too? Stu from The Hangover. Can't remember his name.
Who's Stu's the chunky one?
Stu's the one who loses his tooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he's more popular now than when Hangover came out.
Because he's in a lot more films. Bro, he was just in the film that we love, our favorite comedy. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's in, and I think he's in another. Ed Helms.
Ed Helms.
Right? Yeah, something like that.
I combined the first. Yeah. Ed Helms, yeah.
But yeah, like he's a great actor.
Who are we talking about again? They're both great actors, but
Ed Helms.
Oh, okay.
But like I think he's coming out in another movie. I can't think of it right now, but anyways, Bradley Cooper, great actor. Sam Elliott, great actor. Lady Gaga, great actor.
Yo, honestly, how would you I think she did great.
Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Dude, 100%. 100% she did amazing. It felt like I said, it didn't even feel like Lady Gaga. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, none of this felt like acting. Like, even Dave Chappelle's part is like, if I didn't know who that was, I'm like, yo, he's playing the average friend, and they seem like they have a connection.
I would have liked to see, and this is just me, I would have liked to see some flashbacks of their childhood. Bradley Cooper's.
I would too, but I don't think that went with the way they were trying to.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the way they put it out is perfectly fine. You don't need flashbacks. But personally, I would have liked flashbacks just because
your preference.
I would have liked to see his father. In all honesty, that's
Yeah.
why I would have wanted to see his father's like personality and stuff like that. But that's just me. You don't need it at all.
No, the way
do
they
a
were
great-
going
they
for
do a
it,
great
yeah.
job of explaining it by itself. I just personally would have liked it. That's it. But hey, and like for instance, you never hear about Allie's mom or nothing like that either. It's not really relevant, but like because you never think about it. But I just thought about it right now. Because even his mom, you hear about her, she dies during childbirth. He says it.
Yeah, and we don't.
You don't hear about Allie's mom almost.
Do you
at
think
all.
it could do anything with her father drinking, and that's why he stopped drinking?
Maybe. I don't know. But like I said, these are all points that you can only make after the movie.
Yeah.
Because during the movie, you don't give a fuck about any of this. You're engrossed in it. You're done.
I'm glad that's the perfect word. You're engrossed, because I don't know what. Okay, I actually saw Bohemian Rhapsody, right? Okay. If you want to see it, I'll go see it with you again. That is a great experience, but I felt like I was watching a movie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where with A Star Is Born, obviously you're watching something. But those
the whole time you're in it. You're just in it.
Yes.
You're not per se in the movie,
but you're
it's
experiencing.
it's like you're there. You're watching them.
The way
You're not watching a movie.
Yes.
You're watching them. You're watching your cousin, your brother, whatever.
You're part
your
of
friend.
this experience. Yeah.
So
And just
10 out of 10 would recommend.
okay, let's get to the ending. Let's start with him. Okay, we already talked about the Oscar scene.
Okay.
And then he went to rehab. Okay. Let's start with when she comes by and he breaks
we didn't
down.
Spoil the biggest part.
Huh?
We didn't spoil the biggest part.
No.
Okay, so when we go, where we get the ending where he breaks down or she breaks down?
Where she visits him at rehab. And I think everything from there is a good setup.
Okay, well, yeah, he's in rehab
For 2 months, I believe.
2 months, something like that.
3 months.
She comes to visit him. She's like, oh, I miss you. The dog misses you.
They miss daddy.
They miss
Emphasize.
Daddy. They did say daddy.
That somewhat turned me on. I'm like, wow, Lady Gaga, she.
That's just you, Francis.
Come on.
This shit's serious, bro.
Okay, yeah. But by the way, in the moment, we don't know what's about to happen. So I was like, this is
They're about to get it on.
No, this is where everything goes up and it ends on a happy note.
Okay, well, it doesn't.
Okay, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
But by the way, if you have any emotions, even if you have 1% of emotions, I'm telling you, this film will stir that. You agree, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So basically, he doesn't get out that day, does he?
I don't believe so. But
he doesn't.
This is the part where I believe this is the time where he was officially going to do everything in his power to be sober.
He's like, yeah, I'm doing better. He's like, I miss you. You know what I'm saying? I want to come home.
And he broke down.
He did break down. Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry for everything. I forgot he broke down. He started crying, and it was like, okay, so this is it. This is where he turns around. Movie goes good, and he gets out. Right? I think the next scene he gets out is with Sam Elliott,
and they have all the scenes where he's playing with the dog. He's kissing his wife.
Yeah, he's home. He's home. He's having a good time. He's happy.
Which leads to the introduction of the song, the best song of the album.
True.
But they never show us what happens. He just starts playing the piano and then it cuts.
Skips. Yeah.
Yeah. P.S. Where does his drunken portrayal go on the all-time list? Because I'm now thinking about it. Talking about you almost forget this is Bradley Cooper. I haven't been around a lot of drunken people, but from my experience and from how I believe I would act if I'm drunk,
he's gone. There's no other word for it, bro. When you're drunk, you're drunk. There are certain levels of drunk.
No, but
the final level is always gone.
No, but you believe. And did it ever feel like acting?
No. I swear to God, you see drunk people all the time around the hospital, bro. He was gone, bro.
Like the Oscar, the Grammy scene.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason he wasn't knocked out is because of his tolerance. Like most people would drink that much, and they would be like the reason why we say they're gone is because they're knocked out. He wasn't knocked out. Somehow he was still somewhat functioning.
Yeah,
like it feels like if an average person drank the amount he drank, they'd be just done.
Well, the Grammy scene, I think a good portion of people would have died from alcohol poisoning.
Drank so much, bro. And he was gone. There's no I'm sure everyone's have had their drunk friends. You know when your friend is gone, that's gone.
Do you believe he deserves an Oscar nomination for this?
He could. If he got one, I wouldn't be. If he won the Oscar, I wouldn't even be surprised.
I wouldn't either. But he bare minimum deserves a nomination, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because just like I'm trying to think of other films with drunken portrayals, and bro, that Grammy scene with his tongue and the way his eyes were so glossy.
He was drunk. He was gone.
Okay, my bad. I just wanted to point that out. Continue.
But yeah, so he got home from the rehab.
The song they cut from that too.
And I'm gonna point this out. I kind of felt it coming when he talked to his brother, and he's like, "It was always you I admired."
We skipped that.
Yeah,
we skipped that.
We mentioned it earlier, and then we skipped it again because we mentioned it earlier.
But I just want that moment. That hit home.
Right when he got out of rehab. His brother was driving him home from rehab.
Yeah.
And his brother, earlier they got into a huge argument where we never did say that, but his dad grew up on a ranch.
Massive ranch.
He bought the ranch for his brother.
Because he thought his brother loved the father.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't think he loved the father, but he bought it because, what's it called? He bought it because it was their home.
Yeah.
And he gave it to his brother because, his brother loved,
it's home.
It's his home, exactly.
But he sold it for windmills, and it turns out he sold it specifically because he didn't want to be reminded of home.
Yeah. Well, not only that too, but there was nothing keeping him there. Remember, they didn't even know where his dad's body was. Remember that?
True.
His dad was buried on the ranch, there was a giant storm where the
Flood, right?
Flood, yeah,
Yeah.
where it got washed away. They didn't even know where the body was. So, you know what I'm saying? Like there was like I said, there was nothing keeping him there anymore.
Yeah.
So he sold it. He's like, and he told Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper's pissed drunk, so he got mad at him, and Sam Elliott eventually ends up saying he doesn't even know why you idolized that drunk. All he ever did was make you his drinking partner.
Yeah. And I believe Sam Elliott blames his father for why Bradley Cooper has the mannerisms that he does.
Yeah.
Or the not the mannerisms, the addiction or
the quality, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
But and then he goes, and then you also find out that Sam Elliott, when he was younger, was also a musician, and he had apparently a good.
They
voice.
all were.
Yeah, apparently he had a good voice, and he's like, he says, I can't remember, but Bradley Cooper ends up hitting him with like, he's like, I didn't. He's like, what did he say?
You didn't have the voice. Like you had
the voice, you just didn't have anything to say. I think he said something like that along those
because
lines.
Bradley Cooper was initially the writer of their group.
Yeah. But anyway, so
and he said you didn't have the balls or the guts to say what I wrote.
Yeah. So eventually they go at it. Obviously they hate each other, but he gets out of rehab and they're, back. And then he eventually, when he gets out of the car, he's like, it wasn't Dad I idolized, it was you. So Sam Elliott's like backing up out of the driveway. He's about to cry and I'm about to cry. And,
Bradley Cooper's crying.
Yeah, it's sad.
By the way, this is just coming off of him
getting out of rehab
and crying and apologizing to
exactly. So it's just more emotion.
No, so but this is back to back him like for the first time in the entire film, he's breaking down and he's showing his emotions in another sense, And I think for me, I was like, this is good. He is sincerely changing.
Yeah, because he's acknowledging what has happened and he wants to change it. So then he gets to the scene that France was talking about where he's playing in the leaves with his dog and his
the home.
Allie who wrote that song, right? It was Allie who wrote that song, and she wanted to.
No, because that's the song that she found in the book that he was writing, and then she said, "Why didn't you finish it?"
Right, and he put it in in her book though, right?
Yes.
He put the paper in her book. He's like, I figured when you came back to being you would see it because it was in her original notebook where she wrote her songs.
And he had the little jab of where she said, "Why didn't you finish it?" And he was like, "I don't feel the love anymore. I lost the love."
Yeah. But then he finished it.
Yeah.
He technically did finish it when they started to play it and it cut it out.
Yeah.
And then it went to this fucking, who it went to, the bitch knocking at the door.
Yeah.
The manager, Bradley Cooper answers.
No. Before that, it was the manager and Allie in the discussion.
Oh, talking about the European
tour. Which is why we knew that what the manager told Bradley Cooper was technically not the full truth.
Yeah. Well, basically, she's going on European tour. She doesn't want to go, right? Or no, she wants him to go with her.
Yes.
She thinks it'll be a good idea because it'll keep him with her. She can watch over him.
And then she'll be motivated.
Yeah, she'll be motivated. She's with Bradley, you know what I'm saying?
And then also she mentioned that they could perform
there's Shallow together. Yeah. And he's like it can't happen. He's like there's no way it's going to happen. She's like, well, you either make it happen or cancel the tour.
Which, by the way, from the manager's point of view, from a PR perspective, he is 100% correct.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a terrible idea.
Yes.
I would actually be like, if I was the manager, I'd be like, I would basically say he can come, but I wouldn't let him perform. You understand what I'm saying? Or
he could be on the tour.
Or like the last show, or you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously play a couple shows without him, maybe throw him in one and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In a less populated area.
But from the previous interactions, it was obvious they did not like each other.
Yeah. So he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
Which I understood.
But what he does after that.
Yeah, and that's
as we discussed
scene,
right? Earlier, yeah.
And he says all the wrong things to Bradley Cooper. Something you don't want to tell someone who just got out of rehab.
That's my
has a mental. Basically, he has a mental health issue.
No, as we're gonna, I don't want to talk about this. We'll get to it, but yes, he does have a mental health issue, and we're going to talk about.
He copes with it by drinking.
Yes, but now he's coping with it by Allie.
Yeah, he replaces his drinking with Allie, basically with love.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
And the moment you take away the love.
Mm-hmm. You say all that not bullshit, but all that shit
that you did not. You could have worded it differently.
Yeah, the way he said it, like I said, he put all the blame on Bradley, and it wasn't. Like I said, you don't tell that to someone who's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's in that mindset.
And the manager knows. Like you cannot make any excuses saying the manager did not know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I was saying, and he should have like at least thought if I say this, I could. Well, this is what I'm assuming he thought. If I say this, he's gonna go back to drinking, and Allie's gonna, like get rid of him.
But yo, bro, this is why. This is my only problem with the film and why this character is 100% believable. But my thing is, I'm a fucked up individual, but I would never purposefully say something to put them in a worse state.
Yeah, no, because like I said, because that's a dangerous game to play.
Yes.
You don't know, because like I said, you could say something to somebody and it'll set them off because you don't know what happened to them before then.
Yeah.
They could be having the most shittiest day in the world and you say the simplest thing and they're going off on you. And it's not you specifically, but you were the tipping point. And that's what you got to realize is when is this person going to tip? And if he tips, it's going to be on me. Mm-hmm. So like if it was me, that if that would have been my tipping point, my man would have been dropped. I would have dropped him on the floor so quick, bro. Because people fucking, like I said, when is the tipping point? You never know. That's why you got to be careful with people. Especially with people who abuse alcohol, who abuse drugs. And
those people normally abuse those things for another reason.
They flip on a dime. Like that. You say one thing, boom, they're on your ass. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
So.
And let's get to the ending.
That's why, but that's was one of my things is like, that's why, like, I feel like he knew Bradley, by saying that, he knew Bradley was going to do something.
Obviously, he didn't think Bradley would. Yeah. But this is the ending. This is where I'm going to put it on record.
Goes to hell.
I cried the first time.
It almost got me. It almost got me.
Bro, and this is the thing about Jackson's character. He's so human, bro.
Yeah, that's it. No, that's what I'm saying. He's 100% believable character. It could be your brother. It could be your husband. It could be your father.
It could be you.
It could be your son. It could be you. Yeah, you could 100% relate to him. 100%. He's a heavy drunk, but you could 100% relate to him.
And it's not. And for me, the thing that I related the most, I'm never going to give a reason for why. Like, I'm never going to feel sorry for a drunk. But he 100% had a reason. Yeah. Like, he grew up drinking. Mm-hmm. And then, as we're going to find out, he had issues mentally that coped.
And like I said, then you cope with alcohol, which then becomes the addiction. So it's just a mess for trouble. It's a breeding ground for trouble. It's just not good. And it sucks. But the sad part is it happens. You know? Yeah. It 100% happens in real life. Happens all the time. He kills himself.
Because the very next scene, bro, Allie goes to see him, her last tour, or her last sight.
It's her last concert or whatever.
In America.
Before she goes on tour.
In Europe.
And he's like, I'll see you there. She's like, you want me to pick you up? He's like, no, I'll see you there.
Before that, he asked her, why is the European tour canceled?
Oh, yeah, he does say that.
And normally, a white lie makes a situation better. But when the person that you're lying to knows the truth, that white lie expands into an explosion, bro.
Yeah. She told him that what did she tell him?
The label canceled.
The label canceled because the album's doing really good and they want to keep up the momentum.
Which made no sense.
It doesn't. If the album's doing good, they're going to send you out there.
Because you make more money touring than...
Yeah, and he knew the truth. So then she goes away and
Which, by the way, this made him believe the tour manager, the manager,
what he said was true.
Which was not, because she canceled.
Yeah,
because the manager was being a dick.
Yeah,
but he doesn't know that, so he believes he is bringing her down.
Yeah,
and this is the rolling effect.
Yeah,
and I want you to tell this story because it took you a while to catch on, and
it did take me a while to catch on. Okay, so first of all, right, she goes, you want me to send a car by? He's like, no, nah, I'll drive there. It's no problem. By the way, obviously at this point, I had no idea what was going to happen. None whatsoever. So, she's playing at the concert, I believe. No. Yeah. She's playing at the concert. It goes to him. Oh, yeah. She also is like, we can sing Shallow at the concert. So he's like, yeah, absolutely. So she's playing at the concert. It goes back to him, and he's cooking up a steak. Big steak. Nice, good steak. He's walking towards the table. Puts the steak on the floor. Gives it to the dog.
Sign number one.
Weird, but not weird to the point where you question everything.
Wait. First sign.
I know what you're talking about. I just want to look at you one more. Or I just want to get another look at you, right?
Yeah, hey, Allie. She turns around what? And
I
then
just want to get another look at you. And then she does her whole thing where she goes like that.
that was
I thought that was pretty cute. Whatever.
Yeah. If you guys saw the trailer, you know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That was the technically first sign.
Yeah. So he puts the steak down.
Second sign.
I'm like, it's weird, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. People feed.
He's rich.
People, yeah, exactly. People feed their dog steaks all the time. I wouldn't. Too expensive, but
I will say this though: the dog wasn't going quickly for the steak, which means it's not normal. You remember the dog was hesitant. I just want to point that out.
oh, I guess that's fair enough. Yeah.
He had to like not force, but he's like,
Yeah,
no,
he was
you
like-
could
he's
have
like,
this.
Yeah, go right ahead. I guess that's what's fair enough. I didn't pay attention. Like I said, it's.
You're not thinking about it in the
To
moment.
me, he's feeding his dog. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then he gets in his truck, red
Mm-hmm.
truck. He gets in it, puts it in reverse. He backs up.
What was the third sign, bro?
What was the third sign?
The pills.
Well, yeah, he gets out. Well, he gets in his truck first.
You said back
He
up.
gets into reverse. Then he stops. He stops the truck. He opens up the glove compartment. Pills. I was like, fuck. He about to get high as fuck, drunk as fuck. And in my head, I'm like, he's gonna go to this party or he's gonna go to this concert. He's gonna end up getting killed. He's gonna get hit in a car accident, whatever. And I'm thinking, all right, it's gonna happen. It goes back to her. She's like, I think that's where she's like, where's Jackson? You know, we're gonna do Shallow, and they're like, he's not here. You're gonna have to do it by yourself. So she does it by herself. Sounds good, not as good.
You could
And-
tell she's at the point of her career. She's not giving her all every performance.
Yeah. And so he steps out of the truck, and I'm like, oh shit, he's about to get on the motorcycle and make it worse because there was a motorcycle right next to the truck. And he steps out of the truck and he starts walking towards the garage again. And this time he's got something in his hand though.
Sign number 4.
Sign number 4. That's where I caught it. It's a belt in his hand. I was like, fuck.
And then if it wasn't obvious, the last sign was the hat.
Yeah, it was like, he got a belt. I was like, fuck, he about to kill himself. And he goes towards this toolbox and he sets his hat down. And that's when you're like, he's gonna kill himself. It's gonna happen. And I don't think you actually see him like hang anything up or anything like that.
No. Because they cut back.
They cut back to Allie.
And then
She finishes her concert or whatever.
And then they said they're going to send somebody again. And then,
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll send. She's like, where's
The
Jackson?
manager.
She's like, I'll send someone.
Yeah, the manager says that.
Yeah.
And then they cut back, and all you see
Garage door closed.
and something that looks like
You
a
can
body,
see something that looks like a body hanging from what would be the garage door opener.
and the dog sitting
And
outside
the
the
dog
garage.
just laying outside the garage. That hit me hard, bro. I was like, oh fuck.
And then it like
And he's
it-
not moving at all. It's not like
No.
he's squirming. He's
No, the
already gone.
game's already over.
Yes.
And then it cuts back to the police.
Yeah, you just see lights. I think you see their house, and you see like the lights reflecting on their
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And just that's it.
And then that's where we get the end of the song.
Yeah.
The song he wrote.
Oh, well, you don't get the end just yet, right?
Well, yeah,
You
but
get the beginning, really. Because remember, you never hear them sing the beginning.
I meant like you get the end of the film, which is the end
Oh,
song.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And
Yeah.
she performs everything.
Yeah.
Once again, the song is live.
She
And-
performs in like this. I would say like a kind of like a concert hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a concert hall.
I don't know
where you
what
would
it
do,
was-
like orchestras and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I don't know what the event was, but obviously this was specifically for the
Everybody was wearing black, I believe, so it was like some type of event. Obviously, yeah.
passing.
yeah.
And bro, that song.
I'll never love again. That shit got. I was like, oh man.
And bro, what makes it even worse, or in this like makes me feel worse and makes the film better, that song ends with the scene we don't
yeah.
see, him playing the piano,
Finishing the song when
And
when they
Lady
started
Ga-
and it cut,
and Lady Gaga's crying when she like.
and I'm crying.
No, you weren't.
I was damn near crying.
I was crying, and then all of a sudden, once the song is over by Bradley Cooper, it cuts and it's just silence.
That's how the movie ends.
And I can't think of the last film that did not have any music at the end, but it.
It's because it was too damn sad, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much how it ends. That shit's crazy.
And I'm telling you, from the moment that the manager sees Jackson, it just, I think it's brilliance. In terms of how it's laid out,
Yeah.
like I don't like the ending, bro, because I grew, when I saw when this whole situation with Jackson, like in some sense, reminded me of Mac Miller, bro. It reminded me of like people.
Yeah, my thing was I was prepared for him to die.
just not like that.
I wasn't prepared for him to take his own life.
And bro, the thing
Like I said, I was like, okay, he's gonna get into a car accident. He's gonna die. It happens. It sucks. Damn. He's gonna get into a motorcycle accident. Fuck. Why you do this? Then I saw the bell. I was like, oh no.
and bro, this wasn't the first time.
Yeah, they do mention when he was in rehab that he did try to
when he was younger
previously kill himself, and he failed. He tied himself up to the ceiling fan,
and it fell.
and it fell through. And he mentioned that like his dad didn't say anything. His dad didn't even notice the ceiling fan had like stood on the floor for like
6 months
or something like that. So it shows you that he was suicidal. But even my head, like I said, I didn't think of it. I didn't think he would do it. I like, you made it this far. Because remember, he says, he's like, I've tried it once before. Once. And it was when he was like 13. It was when he was real young. And I think he's probably maybe in his late 30s, probably 40s.
At least
40s.
late 30s.
Yeah. So I figure, he's gotten through it more or less by now.
Yeah.
Nope. That shit sucks. And it sucks because the whole time you can tell just how much in love these two people are. Like, they're as clear as you can picture the word in love. They are.
And the thing is, it was obviously the quote unquote movie love, but it was. I felt the love
for.
No, but like how it's obviously this is like the star-crossed lovers type of situation. Famous, nobody, and they somehow find each other. But bro, like the way they acted together,
it was love.
if they both weren't married, I would have told you after this film they're getting together, bro. That's how real it was.
Lady Gaga's married?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And Bradley Cooper's married.
I feel like I might have known that. Who's he married to?
That hot-ass Russian model I showed you before.
I don't remember. Yeah. Had no idea Lady Gaga was married, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, such a good movie, bro. It's so good. Definitely go watch it, guys.
So,
be prepared for the tears, though.
We're going to end just like the film. That ending is... Like, I normally don't cry for films.
I almost never. I can count on my one hand how much times I cried during a film.
Yeah. And this bare minimum will stir something in you. And if most people, you will shed some tears, if not straight up be bawling after it. And it comes down to how the film is shot and how from the get-go, this is Jackson and Allie's story. Thank you, bro. I when I saw this film, it's just I needed you to see it, and
I was gonna see it. You know what's funny too? So we watch it the day I go home after we watched it. I look on my phone at new movies out, like on the app that I use.
Oh, it
showed up on the app. I was like, yeah, I could have just watched it there.
Well, I'm glad you experienced it in theaters though, because of the sound and everything.
I would have put on my headphones for a movie like this though. I do that for like I said. I do that specifically for like things that I have high expectations for the audio.
Yeah,
I'll put on the headphones and I'll listen to it like all the way up, so that way I don't miss anything. So
okay,
yeah. But anyways, guys, go watch it.
Thank you, guys.
Watch us.
Francis Mondrala, Jordan,
Snack Daddy.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us for yet another Rhinos and Aliens Impressions.
Impressions number 16.
Like,
comment, subscribe,
hit the bell.
Is there anything else?
No, and just let us know how you feel about this film.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you later.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.